the morning's here.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the ultimate, as in final show of the week from the Disney Morning Show with myself and my friend Kyle, who managed to do 5 shows this week. Way to go, team. Way to kick off the year, right?
We only each missed one, but combined, like Megazord, we made it
okay.
work.
We're not a 2-person. Laughing Place is a team. That's what makes us special. We're a large team of diverse viewpoints, as long as you love Disney. And we managed to get it together every day. So thank you to Tony for filling in for me one day, and thank you to Rebecca for filling in for you one day. All right, my name is Juby, co-founder here at Laughing Place. That's Kyle Burbank. He's our executive editorial director, and we're going to start the show. He's coming to us from Las Vegas on hotel Wi-Fi, so if he glitches every now and then, we'll survive. Let's get started the way we always do. So if I glitch, when I got to the office today, I was told I missed 3 earthquakes this morning. We live on top of a small fault line, I work on top of a small fault line, so we get somewhat frequent earthquakes, and they can feel very strong because it's right under us, even though 10 miles away you don't feel it at all. So, and I am not good with earthquakes, so if you see me, just realize that's what's going on. I will eventually calm down. All right.
Great place to keep our server then.
It's fine though. They're not big. It's like turbulence on a plane. It's scary, not dangerous. So for the ones here, obviously, if the fault farther away hit, that's a different story. But for the one we're sitting on, it's not going to give us a big earthquake. It's just kind of scared Doobie to death. All right. Let's see.
So you die either way. That doesn't sound like a good plan.
Metaphor. It's going to literally scare me to death, Kyle. 114.08 was yesterday. Disney, I'm asking one thing of you. Change this background. Handcrafted is the thing right now. Let's get handcrafted up there. Come on. All right, 114.08. We are at 114.63. Holding steady there. We can move on. And yesterday, that didn't happen. Yesterday, Monorail at Disneyland with about 6 people on it had to be evacuated, which isn't too common an occurrence. They had a power outage there, and they actually had to bring out the ladder and evacuate people from the monorail. About 60 people were on the train at the time. They expected it to take up to about 2 hours. I'm not sure how much it actually ended up taking. And I'd like to know more. I know they have a push thing. They can actually push the monorails. So I would just love to know what goes into how they handle such a situation. But, a nice story for your friends. Everyone's okay, obviously. Just if you're afraid of heights, too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens much more at Walt Disney World, although I haven't seen one of those talked about for a while, so I don't know what they did over there.
Yeah.
I guess we all got distracted by other things. But anyway, earlier this week we talked about casting for the live-action Tangled. They confirmed who will be playing Rapunzel and Flynn Rider, but now we have news that Kathryn Hahn is in talks to play Mother Gothel, which if you're keeping track, you might have heard earlier where it was rumored that Scarlett Johansson was in talks for that role. But Kathryn Hahn was one of the ones that kept coming up when fans would suggest who they wanted. So we'll see whether or not this deal closes, and Disney, maybe they'll announce it again. Like, I was surprised to see that they announced Rapunzel and Flynn like that. So maybe in a couple of weeks we'll see Kathryn Hahn officially claim this title.
If it is, the fans will go crazy, building up even more hype. So they know what they're doing when it comes to marketing.
My wife is currently on the way to, side note, she's currently on the way to Memphis because she is the director for a race series. And she's been sending me things like last night I had Shake Shack for a second night in a row because their chicken sandwich is so good. And she sent me a photo of that they passed a billboard for a place called Shake Shack that is unrelated. And then now she just sent me a picture of the pyramid in Memphis and said Lesser Luxor. So it's very funny. She's finding Vegas parallels while she's on her way to Memphis, Tennessee.
Although I'm not sure, based on what I've seen of the Luxor, that the pyramid in Memphis is a lesser Luxor.
It's smaller, for one thing.
Okay, but it's got a Bass Pro Shop
inside. It is definitionally lesser. Anyway, sorry to sidetrack us. Let's talk about Disney.
That's on our bucket list. That's on my son and I's bucket list, is the Bass Pro Shop in the pyramid.
I've passed it exactly twice because I went into the city when I was. But we talked yesterday about how D23 was celebrating the 25th anniversary of DCA. Now they've announced some special offerings for Magic key holders. This will run from February 5th through the 15th, except for February 9th for some reason. You'll be able to enjoy special nostalgic photo ops and favorite friends in the Hyperion Theater courtyard. This will be from 2 to 8 on the eligible days, and you'll have to join a virtual queue. So no real details about who or what will be there, but at least they're doing something.
Got some comments. I'm glad you made it, Nikki B, even though you're late. Compensation. Disney typically does compensate for such things. I don't know what it is.
You get one lightning lane per stay.
Yeah, at the very least, a lightning lane for the time you spent waiting on the monorail. But for a situation like that where you're like laddering off, I would not be surprised if they got more. Also, have you seen Nikki B's avatar thing there? How cool that is.
I'm on my tiny little laptop, but it looks cool.
It's a etching or drawing or whatever, however you want to call it, of the famous Tron scene.
Yeah, I believe I shared that with our members. So if you too want to get cool avatars for become a elite LP or whatever I call it, and then you can join our Discord and you can see when I do silly things like make sketches of Ben trying to high five Jeremiah on Tron.
It's so cool. Zadrian says the greatest movie, Tangled. I'm starting to feel that way. And a suggestion too, change the Santa Claus to Taylor Swift now that the holidays are over.
It's a good idea. Yeah, I haven't been home, so I will warn you now. I'll play the original, I'll play the Ice Age one today, but I did not get a chance to make an updated one.
And I did not know you originated that. So I thought Nikki B did that all by herself. All right, Coral Reef restaurant at EPCOT, which used to be just one of the popular places, kind of hard to get into. Apparently, not quite the case anymore because they are no longer serving lunch. They're now just open to 4 to 9 p.m. Obviously, no reason given, but I'm sure it's demand. I would not be surprised if the fact that EPCOT is constantly in festival mode has really affected restaurants, since you can eat on the go and get specialty, unique stuff as you walk around. But that's just speculation on my part. But either way, Coral Reef no longer serving lunch at EPCOT. But that's okay. You can go over to Garden Grill instead, right next door.
Very good.
Pete Silly's Sideshow, which is undergoing some major refurbishments right now. But the characters are still doing their meet and greet, so you can find Minnie Magnifique and the Great Goofini. They're meeting guests at the main entrance to Storybook Circus across from the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And then over by the railroad, you'll find Daisy Fortuna and the Astounding Donaldo. There they are. And as I mentioned, Pete Silly Sideshow is currently undergoing refurbishment, surrounded by construction walls with no reopening date set. But since you can meet the characters anyway, it's not that big of a deal. Smile on Vacation is hoping that Coral Reef is getting a fun edutainment op. That would be interesting. Just eating there is edutainment. You get to watch the fish that you are currently downing. That's just so cool. I love that.
Back over at DCA, they're getting ready for this year's Ducks Day, Anaheim Ducks Day. This will be February 22nd, and they'll have a few different offerings, like the Take Flight Fan Rally, which will, of course, include a DJ, and it'll take place in the World of Color viewing area. Players will make appearances. There's also a chance for you to get photos with the players, but space is limited, and so you'll need a wristband to be able to enjoy that. But then there'll be a fan zone set up in Hollywoodland. And perhaps the best tie-in of all, over at the Animation Academy, they'll be celebrating Disney ducks all day, with teaching you to draw different ducks in the Disney canon. So I look forward to that on February 22nd, just one day only this year.
When you first said that, I thought they were like updating the videos in the big lobby to just be duck-related videos. That would be so fun.
Including the DLP commercial.
That would be so cool. Everyone's crying. All right, Florida's got some deals.
A pond for ducks.
Florida's got some deals. Nikki B, even the Ducks commercial. Jinx again. Starting on January 12th, guests who live in the state of Florida are able to enjoy discounts on multi-day 4 and 3 day tickets. These are for visiting January 12th through May 16th, the 4-day ticket at $64 per day, which is a savings of at least $57 per day, which is crazy. That's like almost 50% if my math is right. A 3-day ticket is $79 per day versus, and that's a $49 savings. And they also have a 2-day offer. Now, this is different. This is only for 1 day at Epcot, 1 day at Disney's Animal Kingdom, January 12th through April 18th. The prices for that are $190 a ticket, which is a savings of at least $33 per day. Why do I say at least? Because they have dynamic pricing there. So the very least you'll save is $33, but it could be more. And then another offer they have, 50% more magic this summer between May 26th and September 15th. You can get a deal offering 6 days of park tickets for the price of 4. That means 6 days starting at $81.81 for a 6-day ticket, $81.81 per day. Goodness, not total. That would be crazy, but $81 per day for a 6-day ticket. And if this gets confusing, or how does this tie in with all the other offers you're doing and all of that kind of stuff, and you just need a little bit of help, well, please contact our friends at mousefantravel.com. They'll help you plan your perfect Disney World trip or any other location you would like to go, especially Disney, but not only Disney. Mousefantravel.com, please let them know that Laughing Place sent you.
Oh, yesterday, USA Today put out a list of some of the top movies of 2026, and among them is Toy Story 5, which hits theaters on June 19th of this year, and we got some new images, or specifically new image. Here we see Bonnie, who's looking a bit older than the last time we saw her, and we have Buzz and Woody spying in on her, which seems like pretty dangerous for toys. But maybe she left them like right there. I don't know. And then she's playing with her lily pad tablet, which is kind of the antagonist of the movie, I guess. We don't know if it's a villain per se, but we'll see. So yeah.
Are they still going with it? Are they still going with the conceit that people don't know that toys are alive?
I mean, I think that'd be a huge game changer if suddenly everyone's like, "Oh, I guess toys are alive." That's the thing. I'm going to play with this tablet anyway, even though I know that these sentient beings are very upset about it.
It just seems like
risk their wrath.
An awful long time for no one to have realized that these toys are alive. I mean, especially in this age of like hidden cameras and stuff, ring cams, baby cams.
Maybe that'll be a part of it. It's all about evil technology. Maybe this evil technology is making it harder for toys to live their lives. They just have to stay in rigor mortis mode half the time.
Good point. All right, we're going to look at the Disney Plus Top 10, which is much less stressful now that Kyle has taught me that pointer is there. You just can't see it. Tron Ares, which was released on Tuesday, I think, is number 1.
Yeah, I think Tuesday's right.
I'm going to check that out.
Maybe Wednesday.
I think Wednesday, actually. I think it was the 7th. Hey, my Barbie is walking around. Al points out that technically Sid knows toys are alive, but we haven't addressed that point since the first film. It's a great point, Sid. Al.
Al's Toy Barn.
All right. So anyway, Tron Ares, the new film, number 1. I think I'm happy for Tron because no one went to see it in the theaters. Percy Jackson and the Olympians is number 2. That very popular series. The 2 avatars that are available right now. Fantastic Four, First Step, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Tron Legacy. Oh, good. So Tron Ares is getting people to watch Tron Legacy. Even better. The aforementioned Taylor Swift, The End of an Era 6-part docuseries, which Kyle has on loop right now. Number 9, Freaky or Friday, and still hanging on for reasons that are a mystery, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
I don't know if everyone knows this or not, but every other week, our own Cole Gariak does a series of extinct attractions. Used to be Disney extinct attractions. Now he sometimes throws in Universal, but we're back to Disney for this one because he looked at the Fantasy on Parade, specifically at Tokyo Disneyland. So you can check out a little bit of history about this attraction. Watch this video, which was not from us. It's just one that he found and embedded in his article. And you can learn about extinct attractions every other week over on Laughing Place and read his massive backlog on Laughing Place.
Nothing makes you feel older than seeing a video that looks like it was filmed in 8mm and realizing it's from 1996.
I mean, still, those flip cams that were around in like 2009 still sometimes look like that. So
That's true.
don't feel too bad.
Okay.
And the rest.
All right, Time Magazine has put out their 250 most iconic American companies in honor of in honor of America's 250th anniversary. These are not in any particular order, because if they were, can you think of a company that would be better for number one than Disney, Kyle?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Yeah, but anyway, Disney, no surprise, made the list. The iconic publication spotlighted Disney as an enduring name in the media industry, bringing American storytelling that reflects the country's spirit of optimism, ambition, and innovation to audiences around the world. They also acknowledged ESPN as a separate entry on the list. I don't know if that's because it's great on its own or they just don't realize it's one company, but ESPN was also honored. Disney will be celebrating 250th anniversary of America. They've already started with the Rose Parade this year. We've got Soaring Across America coming, which I'm so excited about. The military salute ticket they're doing. They've announced events for the actual 4th of July. So very exciting time to be a Disney fan, and even better, very exciting time to be an American. Happy birthday, America.
Indeed. Well, over here in Las Vegas, Lego and Star Wars took over the Sphere the other night. And turned it into a Death Star and had some other special things in celebration of their Smart Play, which we've talked about a couple of times so far this week. And Jackson Dart was there for no reason. I was looking at this article this morning and was like, oh, funny. Like, I saw the last name Dart, and I was like, oh, funny, the Giants quarterback was there. And then I realized, no, that actually is the Giants quarterback. So,
did you get to see the Sphere like this?
I didn't know. So the first room I was in when I got here for one night had a view of the Sphere, but this one that I'm in instead looks at the airport. So you'd prefer this one, I think.
Yes.
So I did not get to see this, and they don't. I checked a couple of times yesterday when I was going to and fro, but did not see if they were running this anymore. But I did get to see the Legos themselves. So there's that.
I know Arda Ocal, who is one of the hosts of the Never Tell Me the Odds podcast, which is a Star Wars podcast put out by ESPN, but it's a bunch of Star Wars geeks there. He's had a lot of fun Instagrams from CES, including some experiences there. So go find Arda Ocal on Instagram and tell him.
I will say, I found some good stuff for my On Location so far. So I'm looking forward to put it. Well, I don't know if I'm putting the one together, but I'm excited for it to be compiled and show. I found at least a handful of Disney-related things at this show. But
I envy the people who are able to go to do it on location, do all the filming, and then give it to someone else to put together, because I do not have the ability to release it that way. If I'm doing the filming, I have to edit it myself, and then I regret it for every second I spend doing it.
Yeah, that's where you go wrong. But we talked recently about In the Blink of an Eye, a movie from Andrew Stanton, who you know from his Pixar work, that's going to be debuting at Sundance. And we got some somewhat surprise news that we got a release date for its Hulu debut. That'll be February 27th. This is a sci-fi drama that explores the themes of humanity and connection over the time span of thousands of years. Stars Kate McKinnon, Rashida Jones, and Doobie's boy, Daveed Diggs. And so if you're not going to be at Sundance, you can wait until February 27th and watch it on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Wait, that's Doobie's boy? What did I miss?
I see what you did there.
Arda Ocal. O-C-A-L.
The fun stuff.
Disneyland Paris is bringing back galettes.
No!
These are, you'll see them in just a second. These are apparently beloved, but not beloved enough that they felt the need to take them away. But now
it's like back. It's like the McRib, back by popular demand.
Yeah, it looks fun. So there's a few different ones. We got this Mickey ears one. There's one with like a crown on it, and a fancy looking one as well. So yeah, you can get these around the Disneyland Paris parks, such. And then Bob Gurr,
everyone's favorite Disney legend.
Basically, celebrating 70 years at Disneyland, they put out a video where he talks about that, and you can find it over on Laughing Place, because it's always fun to hear from Bob.
Bob Gurr, by the way, former staff writer here at laughingplace.com.
It's true.
All right, I just cannot get enough of theme parks in the snow. I'm sorry. I don't know why this but I've seen so many videos of these, and this one might be my favorite so far. The characters, there's Tigger, here comes Donald, they're in the snow, they've got their cute little umbrellas. This is in a theme park. This is at Disneyland Paris, which is probably much more fun to look at than visit like this. But I saw some yesterday of Big Thunder Mountain running in the snow, and it's just totally snow covered and everything, and it's just adorable. I love this. I love theme parks in the snow. It happens at Tokyo, it happens at Paris.
Eeyore does not enjoy it though.
So anyway, there's my pocket pick.
We're doing all the segments today. Except
I
for
know.
Reviews, I guess.
We could even say,
What were you saying? Sorry.
I said we could even do football today.
Oh, we could.
This is the portion of the show where we find out just how smart Kyle is or isn't by finding out what happened on this day in Disney history. On this day, January 9th, 1913. Someone was born, 1913. There's actually an animatronic of this person in the theme parks, and he made a very, very important speech in the Contemporary Resort in 1973.
Richard Nixon.
Very good. Very good, Kyle. Way to go. Former President Richard Nixon. On this day in
Milhouse, Nixon, is that it?
I believe it is. On this day in 1955, an actor was born, Mayor Leinhardt in Zootopia, Jameson in one of the Spider-Man films, so kind of Disney adjacent there, but not really. It was before Disney bought him.
I forget who does Mayor Lionheart. I should know this.
I believe he also does some insurance commercials on television.
Insurance commercials?
I think it's insurance. Yeah, insurance.
Like the Allstate guy?
No, not the Allstate guy.
That'd be funny. I don't know.
He also was in that movie where people drum, and he's like the teacher or something. Whiplash.
Oh, so J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons is correct. Way to go, Fred Ramirez. On this day in 1987, an attraction opened in Disneyland. Still there, in a way. Still there, just updated. 1987.
Sorry, where?
1987 Disneyland. There's only one.
Star Tours opened before that, right?
No, it didn't. It opened in 1987. Way to go.
I think of it as being 86 for some reason.
86 was Captain EO, and then Star Tours.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
On this day in 1999, an attraction closed at EPCOT. Whatever you ask a fan, what attraction would you like to see come back? This is the
Horizons.
answer. Horizons is the correct answer. And finally, on this day in 2009, the Design a Tea Shop opened at downtown Disney Walt Disney World. I wasn't going to ask you that one, but I designed my son's first t-shirt. He was just over a month away from being born, so I created my first Disney shirt and gave this to my son. And this is my favorite picture. Do you recognize this guy right here?
Is that Lou?
That is Lou Mangello, my son's 16. 16 years ago. He's almost 17. 17 years ago, Lou Mangello, looking slightly younger. I posted this picture a while ago in his group, and people just got such a kick out of it.
That photo is old enough to see an R-rated movie on its own. Or nearly.
It's back. So first question of the new edition of Sorcerer Streak is now available. As usual, it's going to run through the entire weekend, and it is about Monday. And once again, I hit the stop button, so I'm an idiot. Oh, no, I hit the right button this time. Never mind. There we go. Here's the question. Monday, this is hard to believe, is the 25th anniversary of the opening of Downtown Disney. All the DCA stuff is happening this year, 25 years ago. So Downtown Disney opened on January 12th, 1999. 2001, 2001, I was there. And so the question is, will the official Disney Parks Instagram channel have a post or a reel by 5 p.m. Pacific on Monday acknowledging the anniversary in any way? Now, just a picture of Downtown Disney is not going to cut it, but somehow it has to acknowledge that today is the anniversary of the opening of Downtown Disney. My prediction is no, but I would love to be wrong. That was a pretty fun event. Highlights were, it was a charity event for the Glacier Foundation. I'm sure Rebecca will give you the full name, but the guy who was on Starsky and Hutch, his wife. And the highlights were the upstairs of the ESPN zone was just like a bunch of candy everywhere. It was just awesome, just big vats of sugary stuff. Yariba and their dancers who were dressed in a way that you don't typically see at a Disney event. And just lots of food and fun. The red carpet with the likes of Chris Berman and stuff. It's just a fun event kind of kicking off. Before that was the opening of Grand Californian, and then that, and then knowing the DCA opening was less than a month away. Very fun time to be in the Disney website business.
Did they play the Petula Clark song?
I don't believe they did, nor did they play the Downtown. So when they announced Downtown Disney, they created a song just for that event that was never heard again, including at this event, which is crazy.
Weird.
There are winners and there are losers. Who are you?
Who wants to go first?
I think you get to go first this time.
All right, my winner this week is, this was an easy one. Even the, oh, there it is. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, this is my winner. Here it is. Disney social media, Disney Park social media specifically, is my winner for this Festival of the Arts video they put together, which, oh my goodness, it's over 5 minutes long. And it's just so much fun and crazy. And did they really do this? Please go check it out. Please comment that you love it, as many people already have. Want to see more of this. As I mentioned when we had this earlier in the week, Universal Studios can do a lot of hilarious tweets that Disney probably just doesn't want to get into that area of trolling and stuff, but they have their own assets that they can get to. Love this so much. I know this, I don't remember his name, but I see him at all the events a lot, and he's very talented, and this is just fantastic. Easy winner of the week for me this week.
Well, that leaves me with several. So let me do a couple of runners up, and then I will decide who my winner is. My runners up would be Lego, making quite a splash here at CES with their Star Wars Smart Play sets. Tokyo Disney Resort welcomed its 900 millionth guest, which is also impressive. But I'm going to give my award to Leslie Iwerks, who debuted a great premiere of Disneyland Handcrafted last night on the Disney lot. Lots of stars, our boy, and lots of stars, and at least two people from Laughing Place got to go. So you can check out our photos over on the site. But yeah,
and video. She was interviewed by Straw Hat Goofy, and that whole video is up on our YouTube right now.
Yeah. So there you go. Lots of great things going around that. Doobie, I'm going to break protocol and make you do your loser so that I don't steal yours potentially.
My loser of the week is the one and only Jack Black, who was on Capital FM and talked about how he turned down Syndrome because a few reasons. One, he thought the character was one-dimensional and wanted him to write it better. And also, he had never heard of Brad Bird. So he admittedly learned a lesson in humility there, because it's now one of his favorite movies, and Syndrome is fantastic. And Jack Black, loser of the week, although a winner for learning the lesson.
I'm glad we did it that way, because that would have been my pick. So I'm going to go with my alternate, which is hopefully this turns around in a few weeks. But currently, my loser of the week is still Disney California Adventure. Its 25th anniversary, just being completely disrespectful. I'm glad they're doing a little something, but come on, 25 is a big anniversary, and the fact that it's just getting lumped into Disneyland 70th, and they haven't announced like anything beyond a special meet and greet for Magic Key holders, and we're a month out from the anniversary, is really disappointing.
DCA is held in pretty high regard right now, but when it opened, it was not. It was, as much as I loved it, it was an absolute failure. I wonder if they would feel differently if people's nostalgic view of DCA 25 years ago was much more positive. I don't know.
I mean, look at Euro Disney's 25th anniversary. That thing was huge.
But they always do it different for the resort than the park. Like even Epcot, I mean, it got more than this, like when it did its 40th or whatever. But you know, when it's the later park, they do. I remember Hollywood Studios' 25th anniversary, and it was a nothing. We got a cupcake. I mean, it was a total nothing thing. So, all right, Al has something to say.
Hold on.
Al wants to be sure we don't discredit the actual and fantastic performance from Jason Lee that we ended up getting instead. And I should mention Jack Black very clearly said this is no slight to Jason Lee, who did a great job. He's not, this is just him saying he's an idiot. So thank you for clearing that up, Al.
What do you think Jason Lee's up to these days?
I don't know. What is he up to these days?
I don't know. Like, he had My Name is Earl, and then he probably pops up in Kevin Smith
Yeah.
movies from time to time. Who knows?
I just saw him pop up. I was reading something as a speculative for some role, but I don't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's do some quick football picks since it's only a playoff. It's quick.
Okay. Oh, I have to hit the thing. Sorry, I was refreshing the 10 o'clock. I was doing the 10 o'clock refresh. Forgot that I had a job to do when it comes to.
Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da.
That is like the clearest audio recording ever for some reason. All right. The wild card round is this week. It means the number one seeds have the week off. But we've got 3 games in the NFC, 3 games in the AFC. Let's start with the NFC, where the Rams will play the Panthers. Who you got at the Panthers?
I mean, the Panthers beat the Rams once, didn't they?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm still taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Panthers. All these picks are who I want to win. The Packers at the Bears.
Didn't we do this already?
Yeah, we did. Why? Oh, because we did this. I don't know why we did, but we
a show on
did.
Tuesday. Thursdays are when we review who won.
No, that's not
But
true.
that hasn't happened yet.
It doesn't matter. We did it already. We're not doing it again. Okay. Although Fred is rooting for the Bears tomorrow night.
Yeah. It's funny when you got to that. That's the one that triggered it for me.
Like, this sounded so familiar. Well,
maybe
thank you for
maybe
joining.
You want to rehash so I can play some sports bets before I go. And maybe that's as if I can't play sports bets anywhere else nowadays.
It's better. It feels better in Vegas. All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We will be back. Oh, update. Anything show up in your 10 o'clock update?
Nothing. There's a little Conan O'Brien commercial for the Oscars, but it doesn't look like anything breaking.
We've got a show today. Mike Celestino is going to be doing a walk and talk at Disneyland, I believe, which means he's going to be trying pink milk, we hope, live on camera. Very much looking forward to that. So any other shows today, Kyle?
Not that I know of. I'm going to be exploring my last day of CES before I fly home, getting all that into the on location. So
Kyle.
wish me luck there.
Kyle, the guy who goes to Vegas on Allegiant and comes back on Delta One because he's that good.
I actually flew American this time.
Oh.
Which, not anything against American, but I think I messed up because I did not take it. I thought that the combined flight time would be like somewhat comparable, but it's way faster just to fly direct, and the layover that I had, which then also got extended because my flight to Las Vegas was delayed. I'm like, yeah, I wasted so much time.
It happens. Live and learn. I will be back tomorrow night with my son for a Disney Trivia Live, which I believe you missed on Tuesday. You didn't get to see all the
I
tickets.
did. I was doing Vegas things, but I'll be back at home and ready to relax and watch that. Hang out with my doggie, who I miss. She'll be back with me by then. She's at the Pets Hotel right now, playing with all the other doggies, and I'm sure she's loving life, but I miss her.
I know. My dog was very happy at the Pet Hotel. Did not miss us one bit. We will see you on Monday, Kyle and I together. Until then, au revoir, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye.